This is our lesson number 3 from Medina book 3, and we will be learning in this lesson about the usage of active voice and passive voice. In Arabic we say فعل للمعلوم and فعل للمجهول. فعل للمعلوم for active, فعل للمجهول for passive. So we will do the conversation between the teacher and student. Teacher, lima ta'akhartum ya ikhwan. Lima is actually a combined form with harf jarli, and plus ma. Lima is equal to lima. So whenever a questioning tool, this is the questioning tool, ma is the famia. So whenever a questioning tool is added with harf jar, the alif, this long vowel alif, is deleted. It drops. So it becomes lima. It becomes lima. Lima ta'akhartum. Ta'akhartum means late. Why you are late, ya ikhwan? Ta'akhir comes from this word ta'akhar. Zubair says لأن المطعم, mat'ama is restaurant, and li'anna is also sister of inna. Okay, sister of inna. There are a lot of sisters, so one of the sisters are li'anna. Li'anna means because, but it does not affect these sentences, coming sentences. Like if I say it does not, like some scholars don't accept it as a sister of inna, but since it does affect the coming noun after it, like in this case li anna al mat'ama, there is a fatha over it, so it does act like a sister of inna. So we will consider this as sister of inna here, but according to some scholars they don't accept it as sister of inna. So li anna, because al mat'ama, the restaurant, futiha al yawma. Futiha, now this structure in the past tense is of majhul or passive. Futiha in a normal active past tense is fataha. Fataha. But in majhul, what is the difference? Fu. The first difference is fu. The second is ti and ha. So what is the rule for majhul? What is the rule for majhul? Number one is the first letter of the fail. The first letter of the fail will get a dhamma. The first letter of the fail will get a dhamma. And the second last, that means the second last, the second last letter is the ta. The ta will get a kasra. The second last letter will get a kasra. So this is the rule to how you make a past tense into majhul. First you have to put a dhamma on the first letter, and the second last gets a kasra. That is the rule to make a past tense into majhul. So he says, because the restaurant Futiha al Yawma was opened today, mutaakhiran. Mutaakhiran is ismun fa'il, that means the thing which is opened late. Mutaakhiran. Mudarris, mata futiha, when did it open? Futiha as-sa'ata as-sadisa. Futiha, it was opened when as-sa'ata at sadisa means 7 o'clock. Sadisa is 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Wa mata yuftahu. Yuftahu kulla yawmin. Kulla yawmin is every day. When this actually kulla is a noun, it is an ism, and when yawm comes with this or any other noun nakira comes, that means its meaning is every. Okay. Wa mata yuftahu. Yuftahu is now present tense. This present tense is in majhul case. Normal in active voice or fail lil ma'lum is yaftahu. Yaftahu. This is active voice. What is majhul or passive voice is yuftahu. Yuftahu. What is the difference here? What is the difference here? First letter anaitu gets a dhamma. Here it is fatha, but the first letter gets a dhamma, that is the harf anaitu gets the dhamma. And what is the second last letter? The ta. The ta gets a fatha. What was here? Yuftahu. Yes. In this case, the ta has a fatha, but sometimes, for example, yashribu. Sometimes, if we take example of yashribu, yashribu. Here is kasra here, or you can take an example of there are a lot of examples, I don't remember it now, but okay, if we take yashribu, I think it's yashrabu, not yashribu. If we take any other example in fail mudare where there is a kasra in the second last letter, it changes to fatha in passive voice. So you have to remember for majhul in present tense, what you do, firstly, the first letter or the harf anaitu in present tense gets a dhamma. Secondly, the second last letter will get a fatha. So this is the rule to make present tense into majhul. When does it opens? Every day. Means at what time does it open? Usually it opens every day. Jabir says yuftahu as-saata as-sadisa illa ruba. What is the meaning of illa ruba? Illa ruba means, rubu means 1/4. So what do you mean by 1/4? How do you say time in Arabic? Now illa rubu means, what is the time? As-saata as-sadisa. Sadisa is Sadisa is at 7 o'clock. I'm sorry, earlier I said it's 6 o'clock, but it's 7 o'clock. So we know that 1 hour is made up of 60 minutes, and it's 15 divided into, if we divide it into 15, 15, 15, this is 1/4. This is 1/4, and it's 1/4, right? So, and in Arabic we say 1/4. Like in English we say, okay, it's 15 to 7, or it's 10 to 7, like it's still 10 minutes to 7 o'clock. But in Arabic we don't say like this. We say 1/4 or thuluth, 1/3, like this, 1/3. So in this case we say it's Saata Sadisa, it is 7 o'clock, illa, except rubu. That means till 1/4 time is left. That means 15 minutes is still left to become 7 o'clock. Okay, 15 minutes is still left to become 7 o'clock. So our actual time will be 6:45. Okay. Al-Mudarris ijlisu wa iftahu. Ijlisu and iftahu is command for jama male muzakkar. Ijlisu, sit, and iftahu means open. Al-Kitaba. Aina kitabaka ya Idris? Where is your book, Idris? Idris says, Suriqa kitabi ya Ustaz. He said, my book is stolen. Surika is it comes from Saraka, means stolen, and Surika is in majhul form. See, the first letter is having a dhamma and the second last letter is having a kasra. This shows that it is in majhul form. The past tense is in majhul form. Kitabi ya Ustaz. Surika kitabuka. He's like amazed, your book is stolen. Mata ain, Mata wa aina. Now this is al-hal. When did it happen? Mata wa aina. Sorry, no, it's not hal. Sorry. Mata wa aina means when and where. When and where. Idris. Surika al-barihata. Barihata is a zarf. And the meaning of barihata is last night. Min ghurfati means it was stolen last night from my room. Wa ana ghaibun. Now this is waw al-hal. Yes, while I was absent from my room, I was not present in my room. Ghaibun is this is ismun fa'il. Ghaibun, like the one who is absent. Anha. وسرقت معه أشياء. Now, سرقت معه أشياء means with the book it was like lot of things were stolen. Ashya is the plural form of shay'un. So with the books lot of things were stolen. So why is this tatani is joined? Tatani is joined with suriqa because of the ashya'u. Ashya'u is here naibul file. Now we will learn lot of naibul file in this lesson and majhul and ma'lum fail in this lesson. So ashya'u, I will further explain how the maf'ul bihi takes the place of naibul file and what is naibul file. So suriqat ma'ahu ashya'u. Now if I write it in a active voice. Active voice means in fail lil ma'lum. In Arabic we say fail lil ma'lum. So here if I say saraqa al-lissu al-kitaba. So it's easy. What is saraqa? Fail. What is this? File. Lissu is thief and kitaba is maf'ul bihi. Now if this is a normal fail lil ma'lum and this is a normal jumla failure, but if I tell you to make this jumla into jumla majhul, what will you do? First of all, you will change the fail. It is not like in English, but in Arabic something is totally different from English, so we should not always rely on seeing it similarities between the English and Arabic grammar. So first we will change the fail, past fail into fail majhul. So how will you change? The first letter will get a dhamma and the second last will get a kasra, and here last letter with fatha, suriqa. Now what happened when we are making sentence majhul? The file is deleted. Okay, the file is deleted. We will remove the file. And what happens when the file is deleted? When the file is deleted, what happens? The kitab, the maf'ul bihi, the maf'ul bihi here, it takes place of the file. The maf'ul bihi takes place of the file. Since it has a fatha in mansoob case, what happens? This maf'ul bihi takes place of the file. And what happens when it takes place of the file? He leaves its haraka. The maf'ul bihi leaves its haraka and takes the haraka of the file, because now this maf'ul bihi is representing the position of file. Okay, this maf'ul bihi is representing the position. This maf'ul bihi is representing the position of file, so it should take the haraka of file. So now what happens is we will remove the file and we will put al-kitab in the place of file. And what we will do the change? The ba will be removed and the dhamma of file, we will take the dhamma of file. Now this al-kitabu is no longer maf'ul bihi. This is no longer maf'ul bihi. This is na'ib, naibul fa'il. Sorry, it is fa. Naibul fa'il. Okay, what do you mean by naib? Naib means representative, and this is ismun maful, ismun fa'il, the one who represents. Okay, so this takes the place of naibul fa'il. So what is the translation here and what is the translation in this sentence? Saraqa al-lissu al-kitaba, the thief stole the book. Now the book was stolen because that file is totally deleted from the sentence. The book was stolen. And why is this ta tanis with this? Because Ashya was previously maful bihi. It was previously a maful bihi and now it has become a naibul file. And since it has become a naibul file and this is a ghair aqil plural, that's why with this fail, the ta tanis has come to show that this file is a feminine noun. Okay, this file is a feminine noun because this is ghair aqil plural, and we know the rule that for ghair aqil we take damir, ismul ishara, and ismul ishara and everything in feminine form, and sifa also in feminine form. Three things we take feminine in ghair aqil plural is sifa, damir, and ismul ishara. Ashya'u ukhara. Ukhara. Others say sa'ati means my watch, my hizai. Hizai means my shoes. Wa mu'azzamu malabisi. Mu'azzam means most of the. Malabis is the plural of malbas, that means clothes. Malabis, most of my clothes. So ukharu means others. Now ukhara, I told you as before in the previous lessons, it's used for males. Ukhara. Now it can change the harakas according to the positions. Ukharu here is acting as in marfu as file. That's why it is having a dhamma. Ukharu means other student that was present there. They said my watch, some said my shoes, and some said most of my clothes. Now Mudarris says, Awwadaqallahu minha. Awwada means may Allah replace it for you. Then uridu al-ana. Uridu means I want now, an as'alakum as'ilatan fima darastum ams means I want now to ask, an as'alakum. This is fail tool of nas, that's why as'ala lam has a fatha, as'alakum. I want to ask you all as'ilatan, question. Fima darastum, that which you learned, darastum, learned, or that you were taught yesterday. Fi ayyi shahrin. Now fi ayyi, this is the questioning tool, only questioning tool that can change haraka. Ayyi can become ayya or it can become ayyu. So here it is having a kasra because of this harf jar fi. Fi ayyi shahrin. Ayyi shahrin becomes an idafa construction. Shahrin gets a kasratain because it is in maful mudaf ilayhi. Fi ayyi shahrin wulida. Wulida comes from wulida comes from walidu. Yeah, walidu. Walida, and it is in majhul form. في أي شهر ولد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Ahmad says ولد صلى الله عليه وسلم في شهر ربيع الأول. What is شهر? شهري في شهري. Shahr is month. Fi shahri, this is shibu jumla because it starts with harf jar, khabar muqaddam. Shahri rabi'in is in idafa construction. The shahri is in mudaf and rabi is mudaf ilayhi. And awwal is this sifa for rabi. Now this is rabi al awwal is the month, name of the month. Shahr ربيع أول. مدرس وفي أي سنة which year ولد صلى الله عليه وسلم يا جابر. Jabir says ما أدري, I don't know. Teacher says ألم تدرسوا هذا, didn't you study this? Jabir says بلا, of course درسناه, we studied it. ولكنني نسيت. lakinna is also a sister of inna, attached with damir mutakallim ya, and this noon is noon al-wiqaya. Noon al-wiqaya, I will repeat the rules for noon al-wiqaya here. What happens? Noon al-wiqaya comes here for protection. It comes here for protection. Why does it come here for protection? Because the lakinna is built mabni on fatha. Lakinna is built mabni on fatha here. What happens when it is attached with a ya mutakallim? When it lakinna, it's lakinna, okay? Lakinna. When it is attached with a ya mutakallim, then you know by rule, when any noun is attached with ya mutakallim, like kitab, kitabun, okay? If it's kitabun, what happens when I attach with a ya mutakallim? It becomes kitabi. The ba, which had a dhamma before, is forced to take a kasra here. That's what happened here also. Lakinna has a fatha, and when it gets attached with a ya mutakallim damir, it forces the noon to take a kasra. But since we know lakinna is mabni, built on fatha, it should not have a kasra here below the noon. So what happens? We bring a noon. We bring a noon in between. La kin, this is kinna, and we bring another noon here, noon al-wiqaya. Now this extra noon comes here to take a kasra instead of this noon. It comes here to take kasra of this ya mutakallim. And that's why it saves this noon. It saves this noon al-wiqaya, saves this noon to take a kasra, because this lakinna is built mabni on fatha. It's built mabni on fatha. That's called noon al-wiqaya here. Lakinnani nasitu. Nasitu means I forgot. Mudarris. Man ya'raf haza. Man ya'raf haza. Man ya'raf haza. Who knows this? Idris says, Wulida sallallahu alayhi wa sallam sab'ina wa khamsi mi'atin lil milad. Lil milad means birthday. The birthday is 507 and 0. 570. Now, am means year. Sab'ina. Wulida am. Ama is the zarf, and it is in mudaf place, and it is zarf. That's why it is having a fatha. Now, if it is a zarf, what will be this? Sab'ina. Now you are saying sab'ina. This is mudaf ilhi position. Sabina will be in majroor case. That's why it is sab'ina, not sab'una. Sab'ina means 70. And remember, in English, we read from here. We read from the left, 570. And in Arabic, what happens? We write numbers here as 570, but in writing, when we write it in alphabets, we start from here. Okay, 70, then 500. Okay, so that's why sab'ina first, then khamsi miatin. What is it? 70 first. Sab'ina. 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 Okay, then what comes? Then comes 500. Now we write like this: 70. Sab'ina, then comes How much? 500. I told you in the previous lesson that we say 10 and 1, 10 and 2, 10 and 3. There are no names. We count like this: 20 and 1, 20 and 2, 20 and 3. That's how we count like this in Arabic. So this is 70, sab'ina wa khamsi mi'atin. Khamsi mi'atin. Now comes khams means 500. Khamsi mi'atin. Now pay your attention here, the spelling on mi'a. We pronounce it as mi'a, but it has a long vowel which is not pronounced. Mi'atin. Okay, mi'atin. This is how we write numbers in Arabic. Mi'atin. Mudarris says haza sahih, means this is correct. Fi ayyi amin, mudaf ilayhi structure, and this dawatul istifham takes all the kasras. Wulidta anta ya Idris. Now teacher is asking the student Idris about his birth year, but I don't know why in this lesson it's 1385 and the next is 1967. So we will not discuss why is it so much of difference in years, but we'll just study about the numbers. It may be a printing mistake, or I'm not sure about the reason, but we will just study the numbers, how it is written. Wulidtu means I was born. Ama is mansub. Khamsatin means khamsa 5. Okay, so we will write 5. How we can deduce the number from the Arabic writing? Khamsatin 5. Wa Thamani means 85. 80 and 5. Thamaneen is 80. Wa thalathi mi'atin. Thalathi mi'atin means 300. Right? So 385. Wa alfin hijri. Wa alfin means alf is 1000. 1385. This is how we can get the number from Arabic. Okay, this is the trick how you can get the exact number if you don't understand these numbers in Arabic. So Mudarris says, Wafi ayyi am wulidta anta ya Ahmad. He's asking Ahmad about his birth year. He says wulidtu ama. The same Arab it follows. Sab'atin. Sab'a is 7. Wa sittin. Sittin 60. Okay, 67. Now tis'a mi'atin. Tis'a mi'atin means 900. Then alfin means 1000. So what year we get? 1967. That means 1967. Mudarris, aina wulidta ya Ahmad? Where were you born? Which place? Wulidtu fi Pakistan. In Pakistan. I was born in. Now wulidtu and all this is all majhul form of verbs. Anta idhan Pakistani means, he says, then you are a Pakistani. And Pakistaniyun, why is there a shadda? Because when you say a nisba, I'll explain the rule for nisba here for those who don't know. A nisba shows that that you are, like if I say I'm an Indian, then I will be I'm from India, then I am Indian. I'm from Pakistan, then I am Pakistani. And if I am from Sudan, it's Sudani. So that's how in Arabic also you say nisba. Nisba is actually like a sifa. It follows the noun in all 4 things, in gender, number, harakat, and marifa also, in definiteness. All 4 rules for sifa, nisba also follows with it, with like a sifa. So here Pakistani, we stress whenever you see a ya and a shadda over it, remember it is a nisba describing the noun that, and here it is saying that yes, he is a Pakistani, showing the nationality. If I say that this book is a school book, then you say it's madrasatiyu. Al-kitabu madrasatiyu. That means it is a school book, describing that it belongs to the school. Isma'u ya ikhwan means he's asking the name, brothers. Ashrahu al-an qa'idatan, the rules means explain. Ashrahu from sharaha, explain now. Qa'idatan, the rules. Nahwiyatan muhimmatan means Isma'u. Now listen, O brothers, I will explain now the rules of Nahwiyatan means grammatical, important grammatical rules. Muhimman, important, Nahwiyatan, grammatical. Al-fail imma mabni. Now he is explaining things that we will learn in the exercise about Ma'loom, Majhul. So al-failu imma, either mabniyun lil ma'loom wa imma, or either mabniyun lil majhul, or majhul means active or passive. Amma, as for mabni lil ma'loom, فمثل, example, qatala becomes yaqtulu, as in ma'loom case, means in active voice. Wa amma al mabni lil majhul. Now what happens in majhul, as I have explained before, mithl qutila yuqtalu. What happens? The first letter gets a dhamma, the second last letter gets a kasra in past tense. What is the rule for present tense for the same verb? Yuqtalu. Here in active voice or ma'loom case, it's yaqtulu. Yaq means the first harf anaitu ya has a fatha, and the third letter is dhamma. Third letter is having a dhamma here. What happens in majhul? We know the rule to change the present tense in majhul is the first harf anaitu will get a dhamma, and the second last letter will always have a fatha. So here the dhamma is changed into fatha. Yuhfazu means yuhfazu, to delete or to remove. Yuhfazu al-fa'ilu ma al-fail al-mabniu lil majhul. Wa yuhallu means you delete the file ma al-fail lil mabni lil majhul. Okay, you delete the file ma al-fail al-mabni lil majhul means with the fail you delete file, means you will change the fail and you will delete the file in mabni lil majhul. Wa yuhallu, yuhallu means you change. Halla, it comes from the verb halla, halla with the lam with shadda. Halla, lam with shadda. There are many verbs like hajja, hajja. This verb is also with the shadda. Yuhallu means change. Maf'ul bihi, mahallatun, its position, and yusamma, and call it naib al-fa'il. As I have explained before here how it becomes naib al-fa'il. I don't know where it has gone, but I have explained before that how it becomes naib al-fa'il in this case. Qatala huwa marfu naqul. I told you naib al-fa'il get a dhamma. We'll see in this example. Qatala al-jundiyu al-jasus. Now qatala al-jundi. Jundi is the soldier or the troop. Okay, the troop, military troop. Qatala al-jundiyu al-jasus. Jasus is the spy. So what happens in majhul? Qutila, and this is qatala. An active voice is qatala. Qatala. Al-jundiyu. Now here this is fa'il. Jundiyu. Okay. The soldier, military soldier or the troop. Al-jasus. Jasus. Jasusa. Fail, fa'il, and maf'ul bihi. What happens here? The file, when you make it into majhul, the file gets cancelled or removed, and what happens? The first letter gets a dhamma and the second last letter gets a kasra here. So what we will have here? Qaf, ta, la. what happens? Qu, then the second last letter will have a kasra here. Qutila. Then what happens? This fail is deleted and jasus will take the place of file. Al-jasus. Now what happens about the haraka? What happens? What happens about the haraka? The haraka changes from fatha. This fatha changes to, he takes the haraka of file and it becomes jasusu, jasusu, and this is called now naibul file, naibul file. Wahuwa marfu naqul, it is in marfu case, it will have a dhamma. يسمع الناس الأذان بوضوح. يسمع الناس, the people heard, the people hears the adhan. Adhana is maful bi with fatha. بوضوح, wuduh means clearly. Yusma'u, how will you change the fail mudare into majhul? The first harf anaitu will get a dhamma, yusma'u, yusma'u. So what changes are here? The first harf anaitu gets a dhamma and the second last letter will get a fatha, yusma'u. Al-azan, what happens? The azana becomes the naibul file and gets a dhamma here. So this is al-adhanu. And the nas, the file is deleted. Bi wuduhin is extra jar majroor. Ya Muawiyah. Ibni means this is command for male. Ibn means make, from bana. Bana. From bana. Ibni. Ibnil, why it is kasra here? Because two sukoons are there, so it is changed into kasra. Ibnil fa'il fi hazihil jumla lil majhul. Now the teacher is saying to make this into majhul form. So khalaqallahu al-insanu min teen. How did he change it into majhul? Khuliqa al-insanu. You can see here khalaqa becomes khuliqa. Allahu lafzul jalala is deleted. Deleted. It is in the position of file, and al-insana here. Sorry, here it is a printing mistake. It should be a fatha over here. You can cancel and make it as fatha. Now this maful bihi becomes the naibul file. Khuliqal insanu min teen. Min teen jar majroor is extra. Al insanu huna naibul file. Al mudarris hati means give. Misalan akhara means another example. Lil fail mabni lil majhul. Ya Idris. Idris says قتل عمر رضي الله عنه وهو يصلي بالناس في المسجد النبوي. It means that Umar was killed. Umar was killed رضي الله عنه وهو يصلي. This is waw haliya. It says waw haliya, and the meaning it has is Umar radiallahu an was killed while he was praying with the people in Masjid Nabawi. While he was praying. In which situation he was murdered? While he was praying. So after waw haliya, the sentence huwa yusalli bin nas, this jumla ismiya is jumla haliya. The whole sentence huwa yusalli bin nasi fil masjid nabawi, this is jumla haliya. Mudarris says Ya Ahmad hati misalan akhara means give another example. Ala an yakuna al fail fihi mudari'a means now these were the examples with past tense. Now give example with present tense. Ahmad says yuqtalu al afun. يقتل العفن من الناس في حروب. حروب means harb. Harb means war. حروب is plural of wars. Harb. حروب wars. So يقتل means killed. Alafun, alafun. It's alafun. This is a long mud. Alafun means thousands. Alaf comes from alf. Alf means thousand. 1,000. Alaf is plural. Alafun. So thousands of people were killed. Minnas. Minnas means thousands of people were killed. Fil hurub, in wars. So, Ya Jabir. هاتي مثالا آخر means give another example على أن يكون نائب الفاعل فيه مؤنثا in which the نائب الفاعل is مؤنث means feminine. تقرأ this is also from تقرأ becomes تقرأ in مجهول. سورة الفاتحة. سورة الفاتحة is نائب الفاعل and it was before in active voice it was maful bihi. Now it took place of the file, so it becomes a naibul file with dhamma. تقرأ سورة الفاتحة في كل ركعة. في كل ركعة means in every ركعة. مدرس. يا حسن تستطيع. تستطيع becomes from the verb استطاع. Istata means istata. Istata means it is from the mazid 3 letters alif, sin and ta. These are the extra letters. If you know sarf, you will understand that it is from the mazid scale and these are the 3 mazid letters alif, sa and ta added to this fail. Istata. So it means he can. And now teacher is asking Hassan, atastati'u means can you and tazkura mention. Tazkura mention tool of nas, that's why ra is having a fatha here. And tazkura ayatan fail file is mustatir. We know in fail mudare there are 5 damir mustatir. Ana, nahnu, anta, huwa and hiya. So this is anta. So the file is damir mustatir here. تقديره anta. Ayatan maful bihi. An tadhkura ayatan means can you mention an ayah فيها فعل مبني للمجهول. In it should be فعل للمجهول. So Hassan says Naam. Astati'u. Astati'u means I can. Bi'awnillah, by the help of Allah or by the help of Allah. Bi'awnillah. قال تعالى والذين يدعون من دون الله لا يخلقون شيئا وهم يخلقون. وهم يخلقون means والذين, those يدعون those who call min dunillahi. Min dun means without, means other than Allah. Those who call idols or those who worship idols. To call means when we pray or we say dua or we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for that we make dua. Now dua, what is dua? Dua is from this fail yad'u or da'a. Da'a is the past tense, means to call, and yad'u means they call. Yad'una, they call. And dua is a verbal noun, means praying or to call, calling. Dua. So those people who call or who ask other than Allah, min dunillahi, other than Allah, la yakhluquna shay'an, they can't even create anything. La yakhluquna shay'an. Yakhluquna comes from jama muzakkar from khalaqa. Yakhluquna, they can't create anything. Shay'an, anything. Wahum yukhlaqun, and this waw is haliya, saying while they themselves are created. Yukhlaqun. Now this yukhlaqun is the fail lil mabni lil majhul. Why this ya harf anaitu is having a dhamma. Yukhlaqun. And what is here? Yakhluqun. Here lam has a dhamma. And here lam has a fatha. According to the rule, the first harf an-naitu will get a dhamma, and the second last letter will have a fatha. That's why yukhlaqun. So this is waw haliya. And whom, this is damir fasl, showing the emphasis. Wahum yukhlaqun means Allah is emphasizing the fact that they themselves are created, they cannot create anything, and they call others for help. Mudarris, ahsanta ya Hasan, yumkinuka, is it possible? Yumkinu, mumkin, we say in Urdu mumkin, is it possible? It comes from this verb amkana, yumkinu. An tadhkura hadithan means the hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nabawiyan, yahwi fa'lan contains yahwi, it has fail mabniyan lil majhul ya Zubair. Zubair says, yumkinuni, it is possible, insha'Allah. Qala sallallahu alaihi wasallam, la yuldahu means sting, to get sting. Al-mu'min min juhrin means hole. Wahidin marratain. It means that al-mu'min, the Muslim, should not be stung from the same hole twice. Like if you are bitten from the hole, it will be foolishness if you are bitten from that same hole again. Rawah al-Bukhari wa Muslim. Rawah means, Rawahu means it is narrated by Bukhari and Muslim. So this hadith is authentic. Mudarris, MashaAllah. Intaha al-waqt ya Ustaz. Hussain says that intaha means the time is ending. Mudarris says aranna al-jarsu means did the bell ring? So Hussain says la yusma'u sautu jars means la yusma'u. What is this form? Majhul. Sautu al-jars. Saut means voice or the sound. Al-jars bell, the sound of the bell, means the sound of the bell is not heard. And sautu jarsi, here sautu is naibul file, and this is in idafa construction. So the sound of the bell is not heard fi faslina haza, in this class of ours. So the Mudarris asks, munzu mata means since when. Munzu is also a zarf and it means since when. Then Hussain says mundu usbu'ain means, mundu usbu'ain means since 2 weeks, aw akthar, or more than 2 weeks. So mundu acts as a zarf here, and here it is in the form of idafa construction. Mundu usbu'ain, that's why this is in jar case. So we come to the end of the lesson. This is our lesson number 3.